Find and replace works slightly differently in Vim. This is the general format. So you start your command, specify the range, and then use S for substitute. And then you have a / followed by what you want to search for, another / followed by what you want to replace, and then finally a few flags. I think the best way to illustrate this is by doing an example. So what we're going to do is copy some sample text into our editor, and we are going to replace one of the names with another. First thing that we want to do is go to normal mode. So we're going to hold escape, and then to start our command, we're going to do shift : and then we want this replacement to happen for all the lines in the file. So we're going to use the %, and then S, the term that we want to search for, what we want to replace it with, and a few flags. Now, you may notice that in some of these lines, we have multiple occurrences. So we had 2 loosies appear on this line, but only the first one was replaced. If you want to replace all occurrences in the line, you have to use the G flag, and that will take this one over here as well. That will replace this one here. And great, we can actually do that. Press enter, and we've replaced all these occurrences. Let's undo that by going back to normal mode, escape, and U. Now, another thing that you may wish to do is confirm before replacing each term, and that's very simple. So all you have to do is same command, so send it S, what you want to find, what you want to replace it with, and you add the C flag, and what that does is it highlights a selection, and it allows you to press either Y or N. So Y, it does the replacement, N, it skips it, and thus allows you to finally replace certain occurrences and not others. We're going to undo that again. Awesome. Now, another thing that you may wish to do is to replace only certain occurrences in a selection. So there's 2 ways to do this. One, you can use your mouse and select a bunch of lines, or you can go back to normal mode and go into visual mode by pressing V and use your arrow keys to select a few lines. And to actually do the replacement, you just go directly to your command, so shift : and you'll notice that there's a bunch of characters on the bottom left. That's fine, we're just going to add an S to that, and then our search term, what we want to replace it with. You can use the same flags here, so GC, we're just going to use G for now. And that works. So it only replaces in the lines that we selected and not the others. One last thing that you may notice is that we've finished the find and replace, but these terms are still highlighted. To get rid of that highlighting, you can use the NOH command for no highlighting, and that makes that disappear. Now, there's a bunch of powerful configurations and patterns that you can use. I think the best approach is to use these basic ones, and then as you want to do something specific, you can just search that up and use that.